So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go with Juliet and Trudge to visit Yarraman, Queensland, on the corner of the New England and Diagula Highway. It's just 118 kilometres north of Toowoomba, and I'm sure you'll have a fun time with Juliet and Trudge. We'll catch up with you soon, and bye for now. We've just stopped in at the Historical Centre, and we've had a good look around, and it's well worth a visit. Here we go. Trudge is coming back. Here she goes. She's been out checking out the Historical Society. I wonder if it was a good place to go.
Hello, hello.
Hiya, Trudge.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Did you enjoy that?
It's huge downstairs.
Yeah?
It's got lots of different displays.
Was it worthwhile visiting?
Oh, absolutely fascinating.
Would you recommend people came to see it themselves?
Indeed. I would.
Very nice place to visit.
Logging was
And logging, there was lots of logging here too,
yeah,
was there?
Yes, that was the initial. That was the initial industry here, I think.
Right.
Followed by dairying, followed by crop growing, and now it's mainly just grazing of cattle and things.
We went to visit the Historical Society village at Yarraman. It's a collection of old-time buildings, all moved onto this one site so we can get an idea of how people used to live around the turn of the century in the late 1880s to early 1900s. The centre is staffed by volunteers, and a nicer bunch of people would be pretty hard to find. The original water holding tanks are located behind the main building and are most impressive. We saw a great old building made of vertical slabs of timber with all its old furniture and tools of trade from olden times on display. Next we visited the old butcher's shop, which had a good display of old-time wares, and I got to be the pretend butcher, if only for a while. It was time for a wee break by this time, so I found the old outside dunny complete with redback spider. It brought to mind when we lived in the country years ago and my mother from England came to visit. We too had an old outside dunny in the backyard. It was complete with redback spiders, a few slipped weatherboards on the walls for ventilation, and a creaky door that was liable to blow open whilst she was sitting on the throne. Well, my mother was quite disturbed about this loo and thought it very primitive. Let me tell you, she didn't hesitate to say. So just imagine her dismay when one morning, after clearing away the resident resbacks, and she was sitting there on the throne, then the dunny man banged open the door to change the pan. My mother was not impressed. Can you imagine that? I really did try to keep a straight face while my mum filled me in all the details. It was great living in the country, and I had lots of fun times with great memories. Next we went up to the old railway station that has the information centre in it as well, and the building had polished floors, and inside the station master's office there was a nice model railway of how the trains used to run around the area. And I was a little bit wrong about the history of the place. The original building that the society used was an old convent, and it used to have students come from Monday to Friday, and there were about 15 of them. So the place was pretty interesting, and underneath in the old convent there is a museum with lots of old artifacts in. It's well worth a visit. So you were saying about the maize, Jenny? Around
the hills, around Yarran, there used to grow a lot of crops, maize, which Kellogg's cornflakes used to use. The Kellogg's company used to use. This is send it to Brisbane and make it into Kellogg's cornflakes.
Brilliant. Here we go, we're leaving Yarraman. Bye bye Yarraman, see you next time through. Well everybody, that was Yarraman. It's a pretty interesting little town, and I think we'll have to come back and visit it again. So we'll come back and see Yarraman again at another time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.